Hello, welcome back to our second video on thermometers. So far we've learned what a thermometer is, we've learned what are the different types of thermometers, and now in this video we will learn about the different parts and the functions of those parts of the thermometer. Now we will start with, let us take this thermometer. So this is a laboratory thermometer with alcohol. Now, the first part of all the thermometers is called the glass body. Now, if you look at all of these thermometers, they are made up of glass, right? All of them are made up of glass. Why are they made up of glass? Because glass is transparent and you can actually see things on the inside. Now, if I keep a thermometer down and just zoom in, you can actually see things inside this glass. So can you see that red line that is moving up? That is alcohol. So that is why thermometers are made up of glass, so that we can see through them. If you look at this particular clinical thermometer, and if I zoom in, you can actually see the mercury somewhere here. Can you see that tiny little line of mercury? This is called the thread. We'll talk about this. So the first part is the glass body. All thermometers are made up of glass so that we can see through them. We can look inside them. The second part is known as the bulb, and here is the bulb. So this is a clinical thermometer and this bottom part is the bulb. Now the bulb is a container. It's a tiny little room to keep the mercury inside, or here in the case of this thermometer we have alcohol. So the bulb here is a room which contains alcohol. So why we use alcohol and mercury is something that we will see later. So the second part is the bulb, and it is found in all the thermometers. Some bulbs have mercury, like this clinical thermometer has mercury in its bulb. Look at this bulb here, this tiny bulb here at the bottom. Let me use a marker to show you the bulb here, and this part is the bulb here. And then in this is a bulb of another thermometer which is filled with alcohol, and here this bulb has mercury inside it. So the third part of any thermometer is the bulb, where either you will find mercury liquid metal or you will find colored alcohol. The next part is the capillary tube. Now, in order to show you the capillary tube, I'll have to remove the thermometers. Let me take these things away and show you the capillary tube. Now, inside of this particular thermometer, let me use a diagram first of all. So this is what a thermometer actually looks like. And what do we have here? This part here is called the bulb, and this green thing on the inside is mercury. Let me write it down, mercury, or this can be alcohol. So this is alcohol or mercury, and here we have the bulb. And this is the glass body of the thermometer. And on the inside, if you look at this hollow tube, there's this tube that runs in the center of the thermometer. This is called the capillary. This is called the capillary tube. Now don't mind my font. I have a very unique font, my handwriting. Anyways, proceeding further, let me take this out and show you actually where is the capillary tube here in this thermometer. I need a white sheet, so let me just keep the sheet away and let me show you the capillary tube. Now I'm going to zoom in a bit and go close to the bulb, and here we go, here. Now if you look at the bulb, can you see the bulb here? And can you see that alcohol moving in the center of the thermometer? So exactly at the center of the thermometer, we have a red line. And let me show it to you with a marker. And here it is. Okay, so you can see this red line moving inside. So what is this red line? This is actually alcohol inside the capillary tube. Now I go ahead and the red line stops here. But the red line doesn't stop here. The capillary tube is still inside. It is still in there, and it goes up till here. And let me try to show you if we can see the capillary tube somewhere around, if that is possible. So yep, a bit, maybe a little bit of that capillary tube can be seen. So if you look here now, at this point here, you can actually see the red line, which is the alcohol, stops here. But can you see the double-walled capillary tube here? It's like this. It's like this. It's like a tube. And this is the glass body. And you can see the capillary tube here. Can you see that capillary tube here? Okay, so that is the capillary tube. Now let me zoom out. I hope everybody's understood what a capillary tube is, and we'll go to the next part. The fourth part that is found in all the thermometers are graduations and markings. Now it's very easy. The words may be difficult, but the graduations and marking are very easy. Let's take a clinical thermometer. Now, let me zoom in and show it to you. Now, if you look closely, you can see these different numbers. These numbers that you see are called markings. Can you see those lines? Okay, you can see those large number of lines. Those lines are called graduations. Graduations or lines. And these different numbers are markings. And you can also see something written here like degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit. We'll talk about this in just a little moment when we learn about how to read a thermometer. So I hope you've understood what graduations and markings are. Let's look at more graduations and marking in this laboratory thermometer. Can you see the graduations, those lines? I hope you can see those large number of lines and you can see these numbers. So these lines are called graduations, and anything that is printed, anything that is written on the thermometer is called a marking. So we have graduations and marking on the thermometer. Now the last part of a thermometer, let me zoom out and show it to you. The last part of a thermometer is known as a holder. Now if you look at this clinical thermometer, there is no holder. You basically have to hold it from this side. Nobody holds it here. Nobody holds the bulb. This is the right place to hold a clinical thermometer. So technically, this thermometer, clinical thermometer, has no holder. But let me show you a laboratory thermometer. If you look at this lab thermometer, can you see this blue cap? This is actually the holder. If you see that hole there, we can put a thread inside and we can actually hang it somewhere. And that's why this part is called the holder. Now you can also remove this cap. This holder can be removed, but you have to be careful because it's made up of glass. And so this is the holder. I hope you've understood the different parts of the thermometer: the glass body, the bulb, right? The capillary tube which is inside with a mercury thread or with the alcohol thread, and then we have the graduations and markings, and the holder. I will see you in the next video where we will learn about how to read a thermometer.